Looks like it's going to be another packed week in Walford from Monday 18th to Thursday 21st August. We've got Julie and Phil locking horns yet again, Nicola showing a softer side, and Jack starting to smell a rat.
Over with Ravi and Priya, things are getting pretty steamy, but Ravi's dodgy dealings could ruin everything. Poor Kojo finds himself caught up in the mess, and George is fuming. Julie's return is set to stir the pot with Phil as they battle over Nigel, while George steps in to support a vulnerable Nicola. And as for Oscar, well, his Uncle Jack might just be onto him. All that and more, right here on the Soap Insider 2.0.
1. Passionate reunion for Ravi Gulati and Priya Nandra-Hart. Ravi's still pulling the strings, this time barking orders at Harry. He tells Priya he's taking her and the kids shopping, but that plan goes out the window when
Oki turns up saying the police have raided their base. Next thing you know, Ravi's shifting the whole operation to Kojo's flat, and Harry's not happy about it one bit. Priya's fuming when she finds out Ravi's let Avani down again, but their blazing row soon turns into something a lot more passionate. Ravi swears he'll go straight and sort himself out, and for a moment it looks like they might be back on track. But with money running low, Ravi slips back into dealing and Kojo ends up in serious danger. Question is, will Priya realize just how far he's gone?
2. George Knight is on the warpath as Kojo Asare is arrested. It's Kojo's birthday, and Harry's meant to keep him out the flat all day. George and the Knights are all set for a few celebratory drinks, and Kojo's buzzing for a day out with his brother. But when George gets caught up elsewhere, Kojo heads home, only to walk straight into Oki and his dodgy mates taking over the place. Things take a nasty turn when Oki slips Kojo a pill, saying it'll calm him down. Instead, George later finds him in a terrible state. Panicking, he rushes him to Phil's, but when Jack turns up and hears Kojo's taken drugs, he says he has no choice but to arrest him. George is convinced Harry's behind the whole thing, and as he digs for answers, Nicola and Gina end up dragged into the drama. Later, Ravi tells Harry to get Kojo back under their control, so Harry plays the "trust me, I'll protect you" card. Kojo stands by him when George points the finger, but is Harry too far gone now? And will George work out who's really pulling the strings? 3. Julie Bates and Phil Mitchell's clash comes to a head. Nigel's back in Walford with Julie and their 3 pet chickens in tow, but it's not exactly the warm family reunion Phil was hoping for.
Julie starts making changes to Nigel's routine, which winds Phil right up. And to top it off, those noisy chickens are keeping everyone awake. Things get tense when Phil and Julie can't stop bickering during Nigel's assessment, leaving him stressed out. It all boils over when Phil snaps, and Julie demands he comes clean about everything so they can be on the same page. Trouble is, they've still got completely different ideas about what's best for Nigel. Then, just when you think they can't clash anymore, Nigel leaves the coop open and Julie's prized cockerel does a runner. Soon Phil, Julie, and Lexi are tearing around trying to find it, only for the cheeky bird to turn up at Yolande's hen do.
4. Nicola Mitchell struggles with a painful anniversary as George Knight supports her. It's a tough time for Nicola as the anniversary of her dad's death hits, and Teddy warns George to keep his distance. But when the two of them start opening up about their own rocky relationships with their fathers, the walls come down, and before you know it, they're back in each other's arms. Could this be more than just a bit of chemistry now? If you're loving all the EastEnders drama, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss a single spoiler. 5. Jack Branning is suspicious over Oscar Branning, and Howie Danes's row Patrick's stag do is kicking off, and he and Yolande are busy picking out their best man, maid of honor, and celebrant. But things take a turn when Howie spots Oscar, the same bloke who attacked Patrick not long ago, casually playing dominoes with him. Howie's fuming, especially since he's been blackmailing Oscar, and when Oscar says he's coming to the stag party, Howie tells him in no uncertain terms to stay away. Jack's clocking all of this from the sidelines and later pulls Oscar up on what was said, but Oscar brushes it off, and Howie plays dumb too. Still, tensions boil over when Howie corners Oscar in private. Could Jack be about to put the pieces together and find out what they're both hiding?
And that's all the drama brewing in Walford for now, but you know there's plenty more around the corner. If you don't want to miss a single twist, hit that subscribe button and join us here on the Soap Insider 2.0 for all the latest EastEnders spoilers and gossip.